A family model Su-57. New video shows Russia is still working on the Su-57, developing it, trying to make it better or worse in some cases, because some might argue that two seats is not better than one. But regardless of where you stand on the issue, they now have flown the Su-57T. We're going to take a look at the video and talk about it.
3, 2, 1, flight off.
Zvezda News has a video of this, and if you look, it looks exactly, or not exactly, but very similar to the Su-30. This was reconstructed, actually. So the forward fuselage had to be fully reconstructed to accommodate the elongated cockpit canopy. It's tandem seating, very much like a Su-30, which obviously they do what they know, right? It gives pretty good forward visibility for the backseater, which a lot of Russian aircraft don't. So pretty cool that they have that. And they had to rearrange some internal avionics and electronics bays to allow for it and fuel, which means just like every other fighter, when you add the second seat, you lose fuel capacity, which is why we always say, I'd rather have the extra gas. There it is. 257 Delta, flown by the chief test pilot. They do the Navy style walk around with the helmet so you don't bang your head on something. That's smart. But there it is right there. Check it out. I don't think that looks better. But, I mean, you can see how high it sits over, so you get that forward visibility, which is good. Adds that little hump there. I don't know if this was a full, yep, okay, so it was a full test flight. Because sometimes when you test flight a new aircraft, you leave the landing gear down just in case. But I guess since this is already a standard configuration, they're not doing that yet, or they've already done it, and this is just the first time. But I didn't see, was there somebody in the back? Or they're just testing it? Yeah, there's nobody back there. So we're not yet to the point where we're putting a trunk monkey in the trunk. But it's a fifth gen fighter that's two-seater, which is not completely unusual. The U.S. does not have any such thing. All of our fifth gen, and I think even the sixth gen, is going to be a single-seat aircraft. But China has created two-seat fifth-gen aircraft. And if you remember several years ago, Russia was trying to sell this to the Indian Air Force. And the pushback from the Indian Air Force was that they wanted a fifth-gen two-seat aircraft. And so some may say that this is an attempt to sell this aircraft to India. India already has a Su-30 MKI, and this front cockpit's kind of based off the Su-30, so it makes sense, right? They're building what their potential customers may want. Why would you want two seats? Well, there's a couple arguments for this. One, trainer, which we don't do that in the United States. But first time you fly F-35 or an F-22, you are single seat, as God intended. But there's also the argument of having someone back there for future technology, whether it's drones or the integration of that. So you have somebody, another pilot or weapon system officer or an EWO that's back there and running drones and missile tech and all the emerging technologies, or like a loyal wingman, somebody back there that's in charge and kind of quarterbacking all the different loyal wingman stuff, which the nerd term for that is manned-unmanned teaming, MUT. But it also could be for electronic warfare. Remember, we talked about this with the Growler, where you have the EWO, and that's their whole job back there, is the beeps and squeaks. So Russia has always been more favored toward electronic warfare versus stealth. So having somebody back there that's running that kind of thing, the pods and everything, could be a force multiplier as well. So we could see a variant of the Su-57 that is specific to electronic warfare or just has that as another capability. But you're putting somebody in the back. The Chinese have done it with the J-20. And like we talked about, more likely it is for controlling and implementing the manned unmanned team ups where you have drones and other autonomous or semi autonomous aircraft out there that you're kind of sending downrange to do work while you're airborne yourself. And but then also you're a fighter, so you can launch long range missiles and weapons and bombs and all that stuff. So it's very interesting. I'll be interesting to see if India bites, if they end up saying, "Hey, this is something that we want as well." So cool aircraft. I'd like to go for a ride. So if you guys want to make that happen, cool. Let me know in the comments what you think. Hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.